The Cry of the Pumpkin Fields. Every Halloween night, the farmers of Marion County, Iowa, finish their harvest early. No one stays in the fields after dark. They say when the moon turns orange, the pumpkins cry. Old Man Henry Miller didn't believe in such things. He said it was just wind whistling through the vines. Until last Halloween. It was near midnight when Henry's lantern flickered. He was gathering the last few pumpkins near the scarecrow. Then he heard it. A faint sob. Not the wind, not an animal. A child's cry, from the middle of the field. He froze. The sound came again, long and trembling, like someone in pain. Henry shouted, "Who's there?" No reply, only vines swaying in the cold breeze. He walked toward the sound. As he moved deeper into the patch, his boots sank into soft soil. Something brushed his leg, a vine, moving, on its own. He lifted the lantern. The nearest pumpkin had a face. Not carved, but grown. Its surface twisted into a human expression, eyes clenched, mouth open, as if screaming. Henry stumbled back. The field around him began to whisper, "Leave before sunrise." Then, every pumpkin began to cry. Henry ran, tripping over roots, but the vines coiled around his boots, pulling him back. He fell hard, face to the soil. When he looked up, the scarecrow was gone. In its place stood a figure with a pumpkin head, carved eyes dripping with black sap. It held a sickle, old, rusted, but real. The voice whispered, "Every harvest needs a sacrifice." Henry screamed. The field went silent. Next morning, the Miller farm was empty. Only rows of pumpkins, each one with a faint, frozen scream. No one ever found Henry, but every Halloween since, locals say they see a lantern glow moving between the vines, and hear a man's voice whispering, "Not this time. Not again." The Black Hound of Bridge Hollow. There's a bridge on the outskirts of Bridge Hollow, Tennessee. Locals call it Devil's Crossing. For generations, they've told one story every Halloween night about the Black Hound. They say if you see its glowing red eyes before midnight, you'll never live to see the sunrise. Most dismissed it as a ghost story, until last Halloween. Sheriff Tom Walker was patrolling that night. The storm had cut off the road and lightning flashed across the dark sky. He stopped near the bridge when his radio cracked. "Turn back, Tom." He frowned. "Dispatch? Say again?" But the line went silent. Then, through the fog, he saw it. A large black dog standing in the middle of the bridge. Its fur dripped as if soaked in tar, and its eyes burning red like embers. Tom stepped out of the car slowly, hand on his gun. "Easy now. Come here, boy." The dog didn't move. Then it grinned. Tom raised his flashlight. The dog vanished. He walked forward, his boots echoing on wet planks. Then came the sound, heavy paws circling him unseen. Low growls, close, closer. He turned, gun drawn. Nothing. But when he looked down, there were wet paw prints on the bridge, leading behind his car. He followed, heart pounding. The prints stopped at the guardrail and vanished into thin air. Then something hit the car roof, hard. He looked up. Two red eyes stared down at him from the roof. The hound leapt. They found Tom's patrol car next morning, doors open, headlights still on. He was gone. But what shocked everyone were the massive claw marks across the car roof and paw prints that led straight to the middle of the bridge and ended. Just ended. That night, Bridge Hollow closed the road permanently. But every Halloween since, people still hear scratching sounds on the guardrail and a deep growl echoing across the river. Some say it's a warning. Others believe the hound still guards the bridge, looking for the next soul who dares to stop there. The Hollow Eyes of Harlow Woods. It was the night before Halloween in Harlow Town, a small, forgotten place in Massachusetts where every porch was lined with pumpkins and flickering candles. The air smelled of burnt wood and candy, and the streets echoed with children's laughter, preparing for the next night's celebration. But just beyond the cheerful lights lay the Harlow Woods, a thick, misty forest that no one entered after sunset. That's where Ethan Cole worked that night, alone. He was fixing the electric lines that ran across the woods. As he climbed down from the pole, he heard a sound, not far away. A soft, dragging noise, like hooves scraping the ground. "Deer?" he muttered, shining his flashlight ahead. Two glowing yellow eyes blinked back at him. Too high for a deer. The creature didn't move, it just stared. He felt a chill crawl up his neck. Ethan stepped back. The eyes didn't blink again. Instead, they began to rise. Whatever it was, it stood taller than a man. Its skin shimmered like wet bark, and its face, hollow, empty sockets where eyes should have been. Yet still, he could feel its gaze. He dropped his tools and ran toward his truck, slipping on the damp leaves. Behind him, slow, heavy steps followed. When he reached his truck, he turned the key. Nothing. The engine clicked but refused to start. Then came a whisper from the trees. "Why are you here, Ethan?" He froze. The voice sounded human, but broken, as if two people were speaking at once. By morning, Ethan was found unconscious beside his truck. He claimed he'd seen a creature without eyes. No one believed him. 2 days later, Halloween night, Ethan stayed home drinking quietly. But at midnight, his motion sensor light turned on outside. He checked the porch camera feed. A figure was standing at the edge of his yard, head tilted, arms long, and a pumpkin mask covering its face. It raised its hand, pointing toward the woods. The feed went black. They found Ethan's door open. He was gone. Only muddy hoof prints led into Harlow Woods. Locals still say, if you walk near those woods on Halloween night, you'll hear a voice whisper, "Why are you here?"